Greetings and welcome to Newsroom TV. I am Makanaka Masenya. My story is making the headlines. Bulawayo Deputy Mayors election declared invalid. Registrar General admits department will not be able to clear passport backlog in the courts. Sekeramai in trouble over 311,000 CESA debt. And sports, FIFA snapped SRC endorsed FIFA board. News in detail. The High Court in Bulawayo Thursday declared Deputy Mayor Tinashe Kambarame's election at the general election last year null and void. The decision came after the opposition ZAPU and a pressure group successfully challenged Kambarame's election, arguing he was a convicted thief and the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission had erred in accepting him as a candidate in the first place, or that the MDC politician had lied, thereby violating the Electoral Act. High Court Judge Justice Thompson Mabikwa found Kambarame guilty of contravening Section 119.2 of the Electoral Act, Chapter 2.13, after it was proven that he was convicted of theft at the Bulawayo Magistrates Court under Criminal Record Book CRB number 1981/18 on June 2, 2018. The Registrar General's office will not be able to clear a passport backlog that currently stands at 340,000 despite having promised to do so last month, claiming a fresh injection of consumables was expected. According to Registrar General Clemens Masango, his department will only be able to produce 750 passports a day against a daily demand of 1,000 over and above the backlog. Masango was speaking during a tour of the Josiah Magamatongo Gara Passport and Identity Cards Printing Center on Thursday. The Home Affairs Minister Ken Matema earlier this month promised that the Registrar General will ramp up production of passports to 8,000 a day in order to clear the backlog inside 3 weeks. Veterans of Zimbabwe's liberation struggle have called on President Emmerson Mnangagwa to appoint a specific minister responsible for the welfare of the former fighters. Zimbabwe National Liberation War Veterans Association spokesperson Douglas Mahia told journalists at a press briefing Wednesday that many of their members are dying as paupers because former President Robert Mugabe's administration neglected them.
The war veterans again and once more are advocating for a ministry that will look after their own affairs. Ministry of Veterans chete.
Mahia claimed the former fighters are surviving on less than $1 today, despite having laid down their lives to free the country and spent the better of their youthful years fighting for independence. Currently, the Ministry of Defense caters for the welfare of war veterans, with Secretary General Victor Matemadanda serving as Deputy Minister. Former Defense Minister Sidney Sekeramai has been taken to court by the Zimbabwe Electricity Transmission and Distribution Company after failing to settle a $311,000 electricity bill. Through his lawyers Chihamba Mutizo and partners, the power utility issued summons against Sekeramai earlier this week. The power utility claims Sekeramai has refused or ignored to pay despite numerous demands. Sekeramai, according to the summons, is also in breach of the agreement and has only paid $7,500, which he paid in installments. Sekeramai is yet to file his response to the application. In business, government has requested that the Agricultural Development Bank of Zimbabwe to manage various repayment facilities in a move aimed at improving accountability and plug leakages. Agribank Chief Executive Sam Malaba, speaking at the official event at which the financial institution was appointed, said the development has positioned the bank to play a pivotal role in the country's agricultural sector. Recently, Lands and Agriculture Permanent Secretary Ringson Chitsiko and the ministry's finance director Peter Mdzamiri revealed that the $3 billion are allocated towards Command Agriculture during the 2016 and 2017 farming season, cited in Auditor General Mildred Chiri's 2018 report as missing, never reached the ministry. Records to show how the funds were utilized are also not available, while huge sums of money which were sunk in the agricultural projects since the turn of the millennium have not been effectively accounted for. We end with sports. World Soccer Governing Body FIFA has rejected the Sport and Recreation Commission's request to remove the ZIFA leadership from office and replace it with a normalization committee. Sports and Recreation Commission Board Chairman Gerald Mlochwa recently made damning corruption allegations against the current Fulton Kamambo-led FIFA board in a letter to the FIFA Secretary General Fatima Samoura in a bid to have the domestic football leadership removed from office until fresh elections are held. However, the World Football Governing Body yesterday finally broke its silence on the matter and threw its weight behind the FIFA leadership. FIFA's Deputy Secretary General Al-Sadeh Bell wrote to Mloshwa on Thursday, advising him that while the World Football Governing Body was happy with the manner in which its funds were being handled by FIFA, Sport and Recreation Commission was free to seek explanation on how taxpayers' funds were being administered. Reporting for newszimbabwe.com, I am Makanaka Masenyama. For this and more stories, visit our website www.newszimbabwe.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel, NewsZib TV.